Hi, all. This is Saida Vergara from Becoming I Am here with the astrology of Friday, January 2nd. So, this day, the moon enters the sign of Cancer. Whenever the moon enters the sign of Cancer, we might be a little bit emotional, but most importantly, we're focusing on our home. We're focusing on our fundamental relationships and focusing on our identity. So, the sense of self. It's like the foundation of our temple, of our body. I want to start by telling you that when I speak about relationships, I need you guys to be a little bit more expansive on it because we have relationships with many things, not only with individuals, we have relationships with our pets. We have relationships with these channels that we watch on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, wherever it is that you decide to watch it. We have relationships with that. We have relationships with our coworkers. We have relationships with the business that we are in. So the place of work, with our religious belief systems, with our home and the commitments that we put on that, and also relationships. This is important for you to understand because of the fact that the next thing that comes around is the end of the retrograde on Chiron in Aries. So Chiron on Aries has made us, being on retrograde has made us a little bit abrasive, I want to say, when it comes to the wounds that we carried. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the entire of 2025, practically, Chiron was on retrograde. And Chiron being on retrograde, it makes us feel the wounds deeper and all the time. Okay, because it's calling us to purge it out so it no longer limits the way that we see the world around us. Also, the sun is in Capricorn, creating 6 points in the North Node retrograde in Pisces. Again, not seeing the future you, but the reason why you haven't been able to attain the future you. These are two things that were set up in 2025 to make you see why it is that you might not be happy, you don't have the job want, the money you want, the connections you want, the friends you want, the business you want. It doesn't matter. It's showing you why. That's what 25 did, and that's what the snake means of shedding your skin. You are literally seeing why it is that you haven't been able to grow, because this skin that you're wearing, the identity you have, the people, the connections, the things you choose to focus your intention on, is the thing that has been limiting you. And so what this energy is doing is like a perfect blend for you to realize, okay, I am letting go of the healing journey. Now, the healing journey is a constant, right? But we have been focusing a lot on you hurt me energy. You hurt me in the past. You're not who I wanted you to be. You didn't meet my expectations. That is the thing that we've been focusing on. And this is not to say the people that have experienced compound trauma, those need help to go through and help them in this process. This is for all the other little things that came up. And you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you're not like this, you're not like that, I want this boundary for you to do this and for you to do that. And it just became one of those things that we got stuck in this loop of healing, and we're always broken and we haven't gotten to moving forward. And one of the things that we have been doing is that we've been using a you first mindset, right? You first being you, the people of the past, you, the wound that I had, you, the situations of the past, you are first before me. And we need to get to the me first mindset, which is going to be in 2026. And me first mindset is not what is being pushed in media. Me first mindset is, I understand that you hurt me, that I went through these experiences, that this was unfair, that I didn't like this and that I didn't like that. And that I wish you were like this, and I wish you can see this, and I can wish that you can do this other thing, right? I'm going to let that behind, because that is giving my energy to all the things that I don't want and the people that I don't want, because that's still feeding that cord, right? It's it's a necessity to you focus on that person, the you that you know that you are, right? And you're saying, I see you, the me that is that movie star, that singer, that actor, that architect, that doctor, that nurse, and that priest, that nun. It doesn't matter. I see you. And I have chosen you over everyone else. Everything else that didn't matter, that just forced me to be a stronger version of you. And I'm going to go for you. And that is the me set and mindset, right? Because this goes back to that energy that I told you from the previous day, where I'm telling you, you have to be, what would my highest and most positive version do in this situation? Not this wounded version of me that is influenced by all these people, all these things, all these energies. Not that person, that person. Because what you don't realize is the more that you accept them, that role that they put you in, the one they forced you on, the more you're never going to become that. And I think that's one of the lessons that we came to do here on earth, is to realize that I'm not what others say that I am. I am what I say I am. And that has to be your lifeblood. And when it becomes your lifeblood, they just disappear. I don't want to tell you how many wounds I just don't feel anymore. Even when I mention them, I don't feel them anymore. And the reason I don't feel them anymore is because that's somebody I used to know, that version of me. And I thank her for what she taught me, but that's not me. That's somebody I used to know. So I hope this helps you for your future.